So also I want to explain a little bit, and please be very critical about this part, because I'm a so-called outsider. But when you're an outsider, maybe it's much easier to see what's there inside, because there's a distance. So as an, I would almost say as a scholar of cosmology and so on, I also work with symbols, and they're given to me by inspiration, by to observe symbols, and symbols tells a lot because it's like an essence, it tells you the whole thing, what's around. So there are two symbols to begin with. Here is the circle, which indicates the oneness, but the circle can be endlessly great and endlessly small. So the center is the contracted circle, and the circle is the expanded center. And the connection between the outer and the inner, that is called the duality. It's the cross. So when we take the cross out of the circle, we create conflict. I mean, we set ourselves up for the illusion. And that's great, because the illusion is like a blueprint, and so we can find out what we can realize by making a blueprint. So as a child, I was very intrigued by the stories of King Arthur with Prince Valiant, and I was always waiting for the postman to come to bring this, I call it, this magazine for children, you know, stories about King Arthur, and I was so intrigued. So now I'm meeting King Arthur, and for myself, who am I? We entered the great mystery, fully willing to be vulnerable, and so who knows, you know, what will happen after that? Because now we make ourselves vulnerable for the last step, and so we either enter, you may say, they say the fool is the highest card in the white man's card deck, and I fully agree. But it doesn't mean that you have to be foolish. And to be foolish, to be the fool, and not being able to, willing to take responsibility to laugh. So I'm really having criticized on that part, because many people say, "Oh, how can you say you are a Hopi?" I say, "Well, I'm a Hopi, yes. Not necessarily in the bloodline, but we all have the same origin. This is the oneness, and Hopi means peace. So the Hopi say that they are the parents of the earth, and humanity. So how do you name the children? And they are Hopis. So I'm very proud to be a Hopi. And if people criticize it, so be it, and that's good advertisement anyway. And, you know, headlines are made by people who are shake and one way or the other. Okay, now Britain, as far as I understand, I say again as an outsider, has the cross and then the separation of the cross, and they say that this used to be the axe or the cross of the Scottish people that has been shed, you know, in 4 directions. Now we had to bring it together. That cross also went all the way up to the east by the Templars, and they left, after the looting and so on, they left the Templars cross, and it's still used in Jerusalem, and it looks like this. You see, that is the division or the limitation of the center. And in each segment, there is a cross that means a separation in all directions. Now complementary to that is this symbol, where the cross is put in the circle, and in each segment is united, and it's the Hopi symbol of peace. So I come here to present this Hopi symbol of peace, and the Hopi say also that the purification that we need for the world, for humanity, in a good way, has to come from the East. When we fail, and it comes from the West, that will be most devastating. Nuclear war will be nothing compared. So after my Hopi father passed on, I decided to go around the world and find the Dragon Clan, because the Dragon Clan holds the pure fire. So being here, and today we are having a ceremony at Burial Hill, later it will be shown, and 1 o'clock, at the same time, 3 o'clock in Jerusalem, Old Jerusalem, there will be a ceremony held at that Majesty that I just mentioned, from 3 to 3. This is unique, this is history, but this is done probably in answer to the call of all the ancestors, all the ones, all the great ones, and everyone of the past, and also today still, who have given the best of themselves, who have suffered, who made themselves vulnerable, and with all the consequences. And all of that we have to honor, because we are the sum total of history. And this history is quite different than the history we were told in the textbooks. This is memory. We have to remember why we have come to this planet, what our mission is. We have to remember who we are. We have to remember that we are one. So, this Jerusalem pie, I like to have it filled here and then used at the ceremony at the hill. If King Arthur agrees with that, then let's together fill the pie.